to let people stroll in here.
You sure
I was
we're on?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. See the little thing up in the corner that says live?
Yes, we are.
This.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right. Brain farts. It takes a while for YouTube to come on, so that's why.
Yeah. But hello to everybody, and Patricia Tyree and Sharon Sipe, and I hope the the notification goes out so everybody can hear me.
We can hear ya.
Yay. What I was going to talk about today is the different types of light workers there are. And I put in the chat, and I don't know how to pin it. How do I pin it so that it's like up at the page?
You can pin it right here, I think, in the comments.
You go
pin message. There we go. I got it, I think.
Yes, you do. You have it.
Yay!
Yay!
I learned something.
Yeah.
But hi, Gina M. Hello, Flowing Rochelle.
Hello, Rochelle. Gina. Tracy, Ralph. Hello. Flowing. Hello.
Well, what I was wanting to do is, light workers, you can be a light worker if you just be yourself, and, when you meditate, when you pray, you are creating energy for the planet. That is what you do. But so many of us are driven to do more. And there's what is there 7 or 10, did I say, that there were types of light workers?
From Christina Lopes, it was 7.
Yes, it was 7. Okay. Christina Lopes, she's also called the Heart Alchemist she's on YouTube, but she goes by Christina Lopes. I think it's DPT and everything. I put her
link,
website, her name, her channel name up on the screen, because I think she is an invaluable resource. She doesn't need any help from me. She's got like 400,000 subscribers, but her matter of fact, telling you what is what, and telling you what to expect in certain situations. She's done several different videos on just light workers, and she's helped me so much when back when I was going through my first real spiritual awakening, that I was just so comforted by the fact that she made this be just matter of fact, like I was talking to a friend or something. It wasn't like, I was in the presence of the Dalai Lama and I received this message. It was more personal to me because of her attitude and everything. And so she's an invaluable resource to look at the different things that either the issues that you're facing or the scope of what you're doing as a light worker, and the scope that you could project and work toward is so much. But I mean, of course, there are more than 7 types of light workers, and she says this in one of her videos, that they are, there are many that don't fit in this category, but out of the thousands of people that she has seen and helped and everything else, they seem to fall into these 7 categories. And but she said, and some people fall into in between several, and so they just draw on what they need. She said this isn't like a cookie cutter type thing that if you have to be one of these things. So that's another thing that I really appreciate about her and her message. And just in case you aren't one of the 200 or 425 thousand subscribers and you haven't heard of Christina Lopes, I really suggest just for your, it's like peace of mind. There's several things that she's talked about, the void. She's talked about, so many things that we struggle for or struggle against. And I really think she is just really an invaluable resource. We were going to talk about, Sophie she went to .com and she got all the 7 things. And I thought we could talk about the 7 types of light workers and where we're going with this. And then, afterwards, if we need to do readings, we can just do readings. Okay.
Well, one of the things that I'd like to see if people are willing to share is what is a light worker to you, and how are you a light worker? Because I believe that all of us here and in this chat are light workers. And Tracy Ralph is saying, anyone sharing and spreading light on as many people and situation is a light worker of sorts. That's good. Absolutely. Yeah. If there is anyone else, please share.
Because
and subscribe. But
anytime you interact with someone and you have brought light into their life, you are doing light workers work.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that they said is even if you are strictly, can't do anything, all you can do is pray. Your prayer and your meditations and everything, when you go into it, you are creating light, and it's a positive energy, and it's going to the planet.
Yeah.
And it's going to humanity. So, there are several stages of what a light worker is doing, can do, does do, that I think are really, really cool to consider.
I was going to say anybody that's using the love energy is light.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Like Flowing says,
every day you do kindness to somebody, or a kind word to somebody, or accept support to somebody, or send out loving energy. That is light work to me. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a reader to do that.
No.
Yeah.
Flowing is saying, light worker is someone who spreads love and peace to others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we are just holding space for enlightenment counts. Absolutely. That's from Tracy Ralph. Light workers elevate goodness to the earth.
Yeah.
That's from Flowing. Renee Rogers, light workers do their best work in the smallest ways and in the everyday, giving hugs and smiles and a touch on the arm, small help with needs. Yeah.
Even if you hold a door when you're going into a shop or whatever it's Walmart and you hold the door for something, that is light work.
Yeah, because
Okay, it doesn't come from here. It comes from there, from the heart.
well, and it's, I mean, there are, some particular jobs or whatever that
Yeah.
light workers can do, but the light workers, it extends into, if it's what you can do, doing what you can do to increase the love and peace on the planet.
That's right.
And it can be many, many things, but these 7 types of light workers it's more like they're targeted of what their mission is in doing it. The empaths and psychics and tarot readers they fit in one slot, and then there's one it's like grid and portal light workers. It's like you're drawn to an area and you can't explain why, but it's you need to be at that place, giving energy to that place at that moment.
But
And
I was going to say,
okay,
no matter what type, is 7 types or whatever you're saying, we're all on the same level. Not one is more important than the other. Okay,
that's right.
Don't ever think that just because you do what you do in life, it's less important than the one who's whatever. It may seem more important than you are, but what you're doing is just as important as they are doing.
Well,
That's what I'm getting. It's all equal.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
people in their mind, in the ego, it doesn't work like that. People in their ego say, "Oh, you look at some. Oh, he's doing better work than I." Sometimes you get tricked into thinking like that, and it's not good.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Right.
But
Right.
what are the other what are the other types as well? Because it's informative. It helps us figure out where
I
we
mean,
fit in all of this. Maybe we do have
right. I
a
mean, how
gift
many
we don't
people
realize.
exactly? How many people have felt this urge, this longing to go to this place or this place, and it was almost a physical need to do that. And finding out why you're doing that, it does kind of like, oh, okay, this is my purpose. This is why I cannot get this place out of my mind, and things like that. But yes, every type of light work is important.
Yeah.
And every type of, and Christina Lopes makes this abundantly clear. She's not saying that this is the only types there are. She's saying they kind of slide into these pockets, and she explained what it was. It's the everyday kind of light worker that affects your area, because that's what you do. It's very important to have light workers like on the ground, because every bit of raising the vibration helps, So yes, no light worker is below or above another. Okay.
Yeah. Because in the universe, it works the same way. All is connected.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The universe works with the flow. Light workers work with the flow. Everything is they're all connected. This
I have a story to tell. Somebody said earlier, happy birthday to anyone whose birthday is this month. That's from Greeter TK. Somebody said sometimes we help people and we don't even realize it, and that is so
Yes,
true.
it
Here's
is.
the story. I was taking a walk. I was going on a bridge to walk across the bridge. There was a man that was standing on the bridge looking down at the water. This bridge was very, very, very high. And as I was approaching the man, I looked at him and I smiled. Later on, many, many days or weeks later, I saw that man again. And he said, "Thank you for saving my life." And I said, "I'm sorry. I don't remember that, but if I helped, great. What did I do?" He said, "You smiled at me." Now, it didn't happen to me, okay? That's a story I've heard. Apparently, it's a true story. I can't verify that. But that is a story. That is a story that it portrays that how often our demeanor or the little things that we do that seem to be unimportant to us, how they can be of importance to others. Just by a smile,
Yeah.
this man's life was saved. He was about to commit suicide, and by a smile, this man's life was saved. So, like I said, it wasn't me. I wasn't the one walking across the bridge, but it reminds me to smile to other people because, sometimes I'm having a bad day and someone looks up at me and smiles, and the day is just changing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that always, that is, I wanted to get that out of the way, and then we'll talk about the 7 light workers,
Yeah.
because they're every light worker is important, but knowing that that wanderlust that you have had your whole life that you just can't figure out. Everybody else in your family is very, very stationary, but you have a need to go. Well, there is the reason is because you are meant to spread light at a grid, on a grid, and or at a portal, Mount Shasta, or some very important place. You feel that pull to go there, to be able to give your support to that area, and I think that's amazing. Another one that I found fascinating was the transmuters, the ones that take generational trauma and transmute it into, so that pattern of thing you that was in your soul contract. That is what you signed up for, and that
And may I just say something before you
breaking.
go on?
Yeah.
Rachel, this one is for you. I read your cards once and I told you that, you felt like you couldn't do anything or something like that. And I told you, you're a transmitter or a transmuter. This is what Kathleen is talking about. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
That's fine.
You may
That's
now
fine.
talk.
Honor. Well, I told you to eat last night, so I said you go eat. We by transmuting that energy, by breaking that cycle, by making the next generation not have to go through what you went through. That is huge. That is huge.
I need to go. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Santa Claus.
And But I mean, that is a big thing, and that is part of the light worker's job. You know, it's just sitting whenever this is the thing that people keep asking me, what can I do to be a light worker? What can I do? Well, just be yourself. And if you really, really want to feel like you contribute to the planet, you could start a creative project, meditate enough to get centered first, and then just create. The amount of energy you put out really makes a difference, and you are giving that to the ones around you and to the planet.
I was going to say,
you know,
you said be yourself is part of being a light worker. Be yourself is part of being a light worker, because we're all light beings before we come on earth anyways. You just become aware of that. So.
Yeah, we are souls having a human experience.
Right.
So as a soul, the soul doesn't have any of the negative parts of that being contained in a human body. There's not jealousy, there's not, manipulation and all that kind of stuff. So if we just allow our souls to shine.
I want to say hi to Heart and Soul Connected. Allie's here. So.
Kay is here as well. And Ron, Santa Claus was here too.
I told you it was Santa Claus. I picked it up. I picked it up.
Yeah. My Christmas trees. Sorry about that.
There you go. I don't know how I did that, but I just get a kick out of that stuff.
I made your day.
You did.
Okay, let's see. And I have lost my my paper where I had all my notes on it. And it's somewhere, and I will find it later, I guess. So
it went under the bed.
Yes, I can't. It's someplace in my desk, I guess.
You don't need a paper. You just have to talk. That's all. You don't need a paper.
Okay, I just have to talk. Let me see. Look on that website.
Yes.
And tell me the next one. I remember all the...
Where are we at now? You're done with transmuters?
Yes.
They're messengers. Receive guidance and messages from spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. And their job is to share these messages with the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. I mean, because, exactly. Because if you get these messages and you don't share them, I just don't think it's possible.
It's toxic. It's toxic if you don't share them. It's toxic for your how is it, yourself, because I had to share. It was like hanging on to some secret. I had to share my near-death experience with people, and it scared the crap out of me to say that, or to do that, or to share that.
Me too.
Because I thought people, weird, your mind is weird, in a way. People are going to judge me. They're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm nuts. But I'm not. You see what I mean? That was because of my self-confidence being low. I knew something I had to share with the world, but I hanging on. And then Monday I opened up and I said it. I was shaking like this, both hands and my arms and my whole body were shaking. And it worked out well. It's a funny part. It worked out well. Yeah. And I'm still going to share it again on Rainy's channel next Tuesday. So my turn to talk about my near-death experience. My turn. But it's not the same as Kathleen, because Kathleen, you were an adult. I was a child. But
Right.
it doesn't mean I don't know stuff. I
Right.
know stuff, even if I was a child. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for
hey,
Yeah.
you.
Tracy says, Ron, you have done a ton of healing, and in turn offers healing to others. Total acceptance.
Yeah.
I don't know where
Yeah.
she got that. She got. Oh, is that a message for me? I got it.
There
I
you
got
go.
it. There you go. Yeah. Oh, this-
The next one that we have is, voyons, seers, psychic. They say clairvoyance, but I would say more clairscience. Clear, I can say it.
Sentient.
So,
Claire,
clairsentient,
Clairsentient.
yes. So
sentience. Yeah.
they, it takes care of everybody who's clear.
Yeah.
And they say that these are light workers who can see beyond the physical. They have opened their third eye, which allows them to see beyond the veil of illusions. They are spiritually gifted.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
Yeah. I mean,
Tracy says, yes, it was for you. It's okay. Oops,
yeah.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah. I think that so the psychics, the readers, the seers, um, they do have, they feel like it's a responsibility, and they
Yeah.
have to fulfill it. You
Yes.
know what I'm trying to say? It's like um, like a sacred trust, or like nursing was to me. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's a real
Even share if you don't even understand what
purpose.
you're getting.
Right.
Even share if you don't even understand, but your brain doesn't. Why am I getting that? Why am I getting that? You have to share because the energy pushes you to do it. I
Right.
don't know because you're connected to it, or you have to go with the flow. It doesn't make sense right away to you, but it makes sense to somebody in the chat or somebody that needs to receive it. See what I mean?
Hmm.
Because we don't have the Google eyes to see everything. It's whatever you call it.
Right. But and she said too, she made a video, one Christina Lopes made one video about the 10 different ways to see signs that you are a light worker, and she did a light worker activation meditation on her channel that was very, very good. So please, if you look up in the
Hmm.
pinned thing and you want to look it over, and maybe next week, or maybe even like maybe tomorrow, if everything winds up okay, I will come back on and we can just chat about the different things that she said that you maybe never realized, or how much you have actually got out of that reading. Just because I was so, after reading, I said reading, out of Christina Lopes, that suggestion to go on her channel, because I was really, really, when I was thinking about what to do on this channel, I really, really got a strong sense of, you need to share, um, about the Lightworker deal. It's
mhm.
important to me because I mean, it's so important. I included it in my name, So, but I just got a sense that I needed to share, and it may be because of the activation meditation. It may blossom some of you into finding finding where your niche is. The subject, Miss Charlotte, the subject is light worker,
Yeah, it's below
and
the video.
the
It's marked below the video, so you can read it.
the light workers. Uh, there's like 7 different main types, but light workers are feel a huge void in the world. Yeah, they really do. Okay, what's the next one, Sophie? Do you remember?
I'm slacking on the job. I'm sorry.
It's baby's fault.
Dreamers,
Baby and Santa
dream.
Claus.
Yeah, that's it. Dreamers or astral travelers.
I think this would be so neat. I mean, I dream a lot and I talk to my spirit guides a lot, but the astral travel, I have not done that yet. And I would love to have that experience.
Me too.
I
I mean, we all dream. It's if you don't dream, you'll die. So
right.
it's a biological thing. It's remembering our dreams that sometimes are
Right.
difficult. How do we
Yeah.
do that?
Well, you had to set the intention before you even go to sleep. You set the intention. You do it every night. If it doesn't happen, but you set the intention of doing it. You just have to break through to your subconscious that is the intention that I want to receive. That is, I want to see my dreams. And it's every possibility that your subconscious may be protecting you because maybe some of your dreams are not pleasant, like reliving past lives, or not past lives, past experiences, past traumas.
Can I
And
add something
so,
to that? Can I add something
sure.
to that? Okay. For me, like you said, to remember your dreams. For me, I don't even bother with that or ask for that because you see what I mean. I'm saying my energy is saying. You're laying down. You're dreaming. I know I'm dreaming. If I'm going to remember, it'll be because I need to know, and I'm not worried about it. See, and it will come when the time comes. So if you're trying to get as much information by your dreams, that's okay. I'm not saying that not to ask, but what I'm saying, I don't create a pressure on me because I didn't remember my dream, because it'll
Right.
come.
Well, I mean,
I believe that
acceptance.
the universe will give me that what I need to know when I need to know. That's the way I am, but doesn't mean everybody's like that. So.
What about you, Katie?
Well, I think that um, by setting the intention up before we go to sleep, we are telling our subconscious, yes, we want to know the thing. But like Ron said, it's the acceptance of whether or not it feels that it would be appropriate for us to see them. That may play a large part on it. You should not beat yourself up if you do not if you do not remember your dreams. That's just ridiculous. That's not healthy. It's not something that matters in the universe, because if you can't remember your dreams right now, well, set the intention and go forward. But like Ron was saying, if the acceptance of if you remembered them or not, you have to be ready for that. So that's what I'm saying.
The funny part is I do that sometimes when I'm looking for a solution. You see what I'm looking for a solution. I don't have the solution. I go to bed and I wake up with a solution the next day. It happened to me often. There's bird baby coming. Yeah. So this happened to me often. When I'm, you got a problem or you're searching for a solution. So I go to bed. The next day, wham! I got
That's
the solution.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting, Tracy, Ralph. So there have been times that when I woke up, I felt so invigorated or something, and I've often wondered if I astral traveled or something for me to feel that that feeling, you know. And so she said that sometimes we astral travel in our dreams and don't remember, and that's probably very true. Oh, you're
Mhm.
welcome. You're welcome, Janet
What
P.
what language? What language is baby speak?
I have no idea. I have no idea. The next one is, it sounds interesting to me. It's the Ascension Guides.
Oh,
And these Ascension Guides are ascending beings. These light workers are actively working towards ascension and stepping into greater levels of light in their own lives. And I'm thinking about Diane from Diane's Tarot. Isn't that what she would be doing?
Yeah,
Working
yeah,
into ascending in different degrees or dimensions.
dimensions, yeah,
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 and raising the vibration at the same time.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
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 yeah. That she's a great example, actually. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
super.
yeah. And she's a great example to follow as well, from
Yeah,
everything I've
just
seen.
she's
Yeah,
just so kind and level-headed, and you know,
some people
yeah.
are
I
really
just
good at
love
that.
her.
Eh? Yeah, some
I'm
people are really
sorry,
good at
what?
it. Some people are
Yeah.
really very good at that, like people that do shadow work.
Yeah,
Well, we should. A shadow work is an individual work process, is it not?
What I'm trying to say is the oh, it's hard to explain. What I'm getting is people that do shadow work, they're vibrating at a higher level, okay? Because you need to be in a high vibrational person to do shadow work. First of all, you need that armor or you need that energy. And when you go
Okay.
down, you also raise the vibration of that energy. It comes to the surface.
I think maybe we're thinking of two different types of shadow work,
Okay.
because um, the shadow work that I do with clients and that I have done with myself
Mhm.
is I look for everything good and bad that
Yeah.
I am not seeing. It's just because it's ourselves. So often we do not realize that we have a certain attribute, or that we there's certain things in our emotions that we just are blind to, because it's within ourselves. It's when everyone casts a shadow, everyone does. So everyone has that shadow side to their being, and it's realizing that we have shadow and integrating it in to to make our lives, um, the realization of what have been doing may have a impact that has been negative. So we try to reconcile that shadow and integrate it into the light, our our light pathway. And that is but what shadow work are you talking about, Ron, where you need a shield to do it? Because I also have several different times have um, people have had, I don't know what they're called, so I'll just say energy vampires. They're not demonic or anything like that, but it's energy that they're sucking on them. And I have gotten rid of those. But so what type of shadow work are you talking about, Ron?
Okay.
Or what are you using the term for?
Well, I know of some people that are do mediumship, do light working at high level, that do shadow work,
And
helping
what is
others.
that shadow work? What is that shadow work?
Well, it's it consists of maybe I was talking about. It's hard to explain. Past life drama or past
Yeah.
life that's brought into this life, and they're
Okay.
stuck in it. They're stuck in it, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
to me, has to clear this up. You need somebody that is able or has the energy to go into that and come out of there without being so affected. If you're affected, you won't help. It will not help. So you have to be already a high level energy to do that.
Right.
I don't know if
Well, I
it's
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I think
Like,
I've done lots of past life readings, and we've talked about
yeah.
everything, and so I see what you're saying, because we've really had to do that. So that, I had to spend an hour and a half. Um, but the thing is whenever whenever I'm reading for a client, if I do a past life and I go into it and bring out a bunch of gunk, and that we have to chop up into manageable pieces, and um, get rid of this link, to this generational almost, but it's in past lives. It's been happening over and over and over and
Yeah,
over
yeah, it is.
again.
Yeah.
You know, and I see what you're saying about being strong, but at the same time, it doesn't it's I don't want I don't want to see my own soul's past lives. I haven't ever read for myself, because I can, walk away from that trauma, but it's almost like I'm afraid that if I do it to myself, I won't be able to walk away. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. You could because you have attachments.
Right,
You're
right,
attached to the whatever your attachment, and that's what holds you there. The attachment.
right.
You have to
Hmm.
detach from.
And it's hard to detach from yourself.
Uh,
Yeah,
well,
It is. It is.
yeah, yes, it
That's
is.
why doctors should never
Yeah,
try to diagnose themselves. It's the same thing with that, I think.
yeah,
yeah.
So,
You
yeah,
always
yeah,
need
exactly,
you
exactly.
always need somebody to help you with that. Yes.
yeah. The next one we have is way showers. Way
And
showers, or is it way showers?
Way
way
showers, I guess.
showers,
Way
way
showers.
Okay,
showers.
way showers are light workers who have found their own inner peace and are walking their own walk. They live awakened and inspired lives, always keeping in mind the highest interest of all beings. Ah, they may not be they may not be actively trying to teach or and share their gift as the ascension guides do, but they set an example for others by simply being themselves and continuing in their own authentic journey.
See, I think that is every light worker on the planet. Everybody should um go
We should
their own
strive
path.
for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should strive for that. But I don't know that every light workers is like that. Do you?
Well, I mean, no one. I don't know anyone who feels who doesn't have the human feelings of am I good enough or anything else, but they do it anyway. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they do it
Mm-hmm.
anyway, and I, so I'm not sure that anyone would say that they are doing that, but it is something to strive for. It is what to aim for. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
being, yeah.
that's what I certainly would strive to be there for sure.
Hmm. And she said that many people are a combination of two or three of these. So I just really, I just really like how she presented this. I mean, I am nowhere near as articulate or anything. I just want to provide the information and maybe suggest you all go and see her, go and
Yeah.
see these videos because they really are good.
I consider myself a wisher. I am a wisher.
Hmm.
Miss Charlotte says a way shower is someone who shows the way, lead by example, in this case through love. And Stephanie D says that Sophie, that bird talks. It is just jumble speech and hard to understand. It's repeating what you say. Yeah, today especially.
Yeah, he's trying to get his message through.
Yeah, and I know he's trying to give me a message, but I don't know what that message is still. I don't get it. One day maybe I will.
Hey,
Who knows?
remember, a little birdie told me so.
Ah, another kind of light worker is healers. Most healers are empaths and
Yeah,
highly sensitive individuals. There are many different forms of healing: emotional, physical, or spiritual.
yeah,
And I think also that healers from sometimes have more. They go through a lot of pain before they get into their gifts. Is that, do you guys think that's a possibility?
Well,
Yeah, the
in my case, yes. I got to answer a big yes because I went through a lot of pain to do what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to.
Mm-hmm.
You have to clear the path for yourself before you can clear the path for somebody else or heal somebody else. Heal yourself, then you can heal others. But you got to know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness of that. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about.
What
okay.
about you, Katie?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think the concept of the wounded healer, you know, Chiron, the wounded healer,
Yeah.
that's in astrology. Um, you know, it's because I was born without a leg, um, it put me in a position to where that I learned um, many hard lessons. And then, you know, having the stroke, having the shingles in the air, blah, 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 those were all, I learned something different with each thing that happened to me. I learned, um, you know, my father was an alcoholic, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, it just, those are all things that I can talk with someone. And it's because I have that understanding that we can really communicate.
Yes.
And I just think that it's, um, yes, there are healers who had a perfect life and never had any issues, but and they're very good, but there seems to be a pattern with wounded healers. It seems to
Yeah.
be a very, very, very much a predominant thing. Yeah.
You have to understand uh, things well without the ego being involved to heal somebody.
Mhm.
You see
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I don't know. You have to be able to get out of your proper ego to be able to heal somebody because you have an understanding, another language, a vibrating language that others people can't understand. It's understand the energy, understand the the path, understand what it does, discernment. It develops your discernment
Mm-hmm.
and your empathy. How was I going to
And
say?
your empathy, yeah.
Empathy
But
for
the
others,
sympathy, the empathy for
compassion for
others, yeah.
others,
Yeah.
the love for others. You go beyond what the ego goes. You know, you put that aside. You understand things uh, that most some people don't understand. What I'm trying to say. I
Right.
was going to say, you know, limited
Yeah.
people understand. It brings you beyond because you survived through it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that makes you special because when you're doing this healing, people in the chat, whether they see you invisible or not, can can feel it through their soul and their spirit when you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't know what's going on, but there's something coming through you to go through that person that needs it, whether you know it or not. But it's a language like the language of the invisible, what you don't see, what you can feel, something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to have
Right.
an image, exact image of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now
Okay.
that thing vibrated for me when you said that because it's it. That's part of my
Yeah.
me. That's part of my journey anyway. So
All
part of
right.
me.
Yeah. Did we talk
Right.
about divine light keepers?
No, no, we
No, we
did not.
didn't. No.
That's a very important one because the divine light keeper workers retain a higher vibration frequency despite whatever is happening around them. The core mission of the divine light keepers is to embody the light. During difficult times and disasters, they are able to neutralize chaos and share their light. I think that those people are also teachers. They're basically lifters and supporters. They're probably cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, when things are rough, and they are essential in helping mankind to awaken and move forward in more peaceful times.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
think that,
is,
wow. Yeah. That is
yeah,
wow.
That's true. Yeah.
yeah,
Because, you know, that that brings me back to actually thinking about with the political atmosphere and everything that has gone on, and people turning to the tarot readers rather than, um, you know, the world turning to the tarot readers for political news. I think the ability, our ability to deliver tough news, but say, but after we've delivered it, we say, this is, this and this and this are healing type things. So, there is hope. There is, you know, um, let's think about what we can do and then read on that, instead of just delivering the news and it's doom and gloom. There was always a there was always a way to heal from this,
yeah.
and I I I think that that's cool. I mean,
Hmm.
you know
Yeah, it is.
that
It is. It certainly is. And on the website that we've been working from, there is actually a free journal. It's a mind, body, and soul journal that you can download. You have to join their newsletters. Often I join, and then if I'm not interested, I unsubscribe. But basically, this journal is about understanding our feelings and emotions, setting smart goals, overcoming limiting beliefs, visualizing and attracting life, a dream life, review actions and change behaviors, work on health and fitness, develop reading habits, and help others and the planet. So I just downloaded it, and it's a basic. It has about 145 pages. But if you are interested, that is also available on that website. And
So cool.
It's
yeah,
so funny how limited beliefs can affect a life for a long, long time until you become aware of it yourself.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
the stories you
It's
believed when you were a kid, and all of a sudden you become aware of it, or what has been imposed on you through religion, through whatever media. This is all limited beliefs and keeps you from being, you know, yourself. Really,
right.
it does. It blocks you.
mm, that's true.
Okay. What my head is just all of a sudden hurting. What is the next one, Sophie?
That's it. We've
That's
been
it.
through
That's
all of
it?
them. That's
Yeah,
it. We've
that's
been
it.
through them all.
I knew it was the last one,
Okay.
but
Well, I think I'm gonna have to go because
Me
yeah,
too.
I just suddenly
got a headache,
have
eh?
a yeah,
I'm probably giving
yeah.
you my headache.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
And
sorry,
I have to go
Sophie.
host. I gotta go host for classes right now. So anyway,
Okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you very much, everyone, for
well, thank you
coming. It
again.
was
Yeah,
very nice to see you.
and I hope everybody got something out of it. So
I
Yeah,
hope
thank you
so
for
that
being
was
here.
too.
the reason why I wanted to really discuss her
Right.
channel because I think it's important to anybody who gives information like this. We should encourage
Yeah,
people to go and share and look at it
that's what
because
Yes.
information is for, to grow.
yeah, to grow
So,
exactly.
so
So
So there you
I
go.
I love I love you all so
take
very
care.
much.
So everybody
Take
take care of
care.
themselves and share, like, and subscribe, and hit the thumbs up.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
I have to stand up to turn it off.
Oh, jeez.